Should India join the US Board of Peace for Gaza? Big foreign policy dilemma. So, the US had announced a new platform called the Board of Peace, mainly for Gaza's reconstruction. And the big question that came up was simple: should India accept the invitation or not? Now, there were strong arguments on both sides. Arguments for India's joining. First, it was about global influence. If India joined, India would get a direct seat at the table and could actually shape decisions on Gaza's future. Second, it could create economic opportunities. Indian companies could get major reconstruction projects, infrastructure contracts, and supply deals. Third, joining could show India's commitment to peace because India has always supported a two state solution, humanitarian aid, and diplomatic settlement. Also, declining an invitation from a major power like the US could look like India was avoiding responsibility and it might indirectly affect bilateral ties. And one practical point was that the board reportedly had exit clauses and flexible representation, so India could participate without fully locking itself in. Arguments against India's joining. But there were equally strong reasons why India might have avoided it. The biggest concern was sovereignty. Many experts argued that this would look like an externally imposed trusteeship without clear consent of the Palestinian people. Second was the risk to India's strategic autonomy. India has always maintained balance in West Asia. So, joining a US led platform outside the UN could make India look like a tool of Western foreign policy. Third, it could hurt India's image as a leader of the global south. If the board was seen as colonial or top down, then India's credibility among developing countries could suffer. Another major issue was the accountability gap. The board seemed to focus more on managing Gaza rather than ensuring justice or responsibility for the destruction. And some even called it pacification, not real peace. There was also the financial angle. The US was reportedly offering a large contribution for permanent membership, but India didn't need to buy its seat because that could dilute India's moral stand. The real challenges and the key complication was the UN factor. Unlike earlier peace missions, which were UN backed, this board was US led. That's why even China and Russia were hesitant. Also, the internal structure was unclear, with veto powers and uncertainty about whether it would survive if US leadership changed. So, India had to balance global ambition and with its traditional principles. So, overall, joining could give India influence and opportunities, but refusing could protect India's moral position and strategic independence.